This Broncos team could be the most slept on team in the NFL, and here's why. Before we get into that, we have to recap what happened last season just so we have a little bit of context and understanding where they're at right now going into next season. Now last year they went 8-9 in year 1 under head coach Sean Payton. Russell Wilson and Sean Payton had beef the whole time. They didn't really mesh well. Their play styles don't really go together. Sean Payton never really liked Russell Wilson from the start, and it was honestly kind of funny to watch develop. Over 2 seasons in Denver, Russell Wilson went 11-19 with 19 interceptions and an average quarterback rating of 91.2. It's honestly not the worst performance, but it's really not the magic you would expect when you're paying $245 million for him to perform, and then he just honestly lays an egg. It's really not what you would expect. Also, just put that out there. His stats may be one thing, quarterback rating is one thing, yards may be one thing, but if you guys actually watched football, a lot of that came in garbage time when they were down by like 3 scores, already losing the game. In clutch moments when it mattered, he really only had like 1 to 2 good games last year, but if you look at the stats, you're not gonna know that. So like I was saying a second ago, he never got along with Sean Payton, and there was always tension there. But as time went on, we can kind of see Russell Wilson was maybe the problem. People overall just don't like him. Richard Sherman has came out and talked about him. There's actually this video right here. This was after a regular season loss 12-9. Let's go to what, just listen to what he says, bro. This is hilarious.
You know who I feel bad for? The Denver Broncos defense. Hey, Denver Broncos defense, you had 4 sacks, 2 turnovers. I understand. You played a heck of a game. You deserve to win. You didn't. I understand. I feel you. In order to get a Super Bowl
He's
this year,
pissed, bro.
You gotta be historic. I tell you what, you gotta be historic.
We will break all of that down.
He just hates Russ, bro. Look at this face. He hates that man. Sherm still has PTSD from the last Wilson throw at the goal line. As a football fan, we all universally... As a football fan, we all... You guys can read the comment. I give up. Okay, God, man. All nonsense aside, the offense did end the season 19th in points per game with 21, and also finished 26th in yards per game. So you might be asking yourself, Noah, what has changed? A lot has changed. Let's get right into it. Most importantly, this is the oldest news by now. Russell Wilson has been released by the Broncos. He is now a Steeler. I don't know if he'll be good, but we'll see. The Broncos did draft Bo Nix from Oregon with the 12th overall pick, and he has recently been named the starter. The 21st, as you can see, it is the 24th today. Now, why was he a starter? Honestly, it's because he's had a very good preseason. Such a good preseason, in fact, that he's going to be sat for the final game, which is week 3 of the preseason, because he is starting week 1. So let's go over what he has done this preseason. Now, this is a 23-yard completion. Bo Nix and Courtland Sutton, I think, will be his main target. Obviously, you know, Courtland Sutton, obviously the best receiver on the team, but he is going to be his main target in my opinion. I think he's going to naturally just gravitate towards him. That's besides the point. Let's get into this play. Now, at first, it might seem like a little bit of a basic play, but after the play ends, I'll kind of break it down a little bit more. Let's just watch it really quickly. Clean, right? Clean pass. Nothing crazy, nothing too flashy. But let's look at this a little bit more. So as you can see, what the defense is about to do, they're about to pretty much not apply too much pressure. They're going to play a very balanced coverage. Everyone's going to drop back a bit. Things are going to be taken away from Bo Nix. Receivers are going to be taken away. Passes are going to be limited. And he has to ultimately make the right decision. This play doesn't rely on arm talent like he has. This play doesn't rely on speed like he has. This play relies on making the right decision. And as we have seen in the NFL, the number one thing that separates a great quarterback from your Daniel Joneses of the league is the decision making. Tom Brady was never super athletic. He never had a stupid missile for an arm, but he made the right decisions time in and time out again, and now he is considered the greatest of all time. With that being said, let's look at his decision making. He is locked. If he throws this is a hospital ball, and plus it gains 2 yards on 2nd and 10, still keeps you in a 3rd and long. He is locked between 2 people. He has his check down, but this is going to be a loss of yards. If he tries to squeeze it in here, he has made plays like that in college where he has squads the ball into tight windows. We just created a new word, squads. He can squads the ball into the tight window right here if he really opts to, but he's not going to do that. He can take this. This guy's a little more open at this point. He has this open right here. Let me just say, I might be over exaggerating, but this is very quick decision making. When you're in the NFL, you only have about 2 to 3 seconds to really think and decide where the ball's going, and 2 to 3 seconds is being generous. He has 1, 2, ball's down about 2.5 seconds. He makes a good read. He could have thrown it right here over the top, but I cannot see outside the screen. Maybe this safety was more out there and only started running out when the ball came out. I really don't know. That part I cannot speak on, but As he develops later on down the line, he will make that progression and make that read, and he will have a touchdown with this guy over the top of the field. This is a good play. As you can see, the defense is swarming. The defense is swarming. I believe this is starters for the defense as well. Packers third string defense. Is that even true? Okay, yeah, it was second. Okay, yeah, it wasn't third string. Okay, yeah, it's a salty Packers. So it's not the starters, but it's still NFL players, even though it's not the starting defense. That's a clean, smart pass. Clean, smart pass. He keeps the play almost going. Courtland Sutton's a young star, if I say so myself. So that just shows patience. It shows you can make your reads. That simple play really just shows that he is NFL ready, in my opinion. Now, let's keep going over the plays he has made. So this is another one. Title is Bo Nix looking comfortable out there. Let's look at this. Now, I could be wrong, but I think this is like a little run option play, a little RPO. So we're going to see this immediately get blown up. There's no possible way he gets this block. This guy already has his man B on the side. Pause. Off the start, this player's already blown up. He's just straight up blitzing. He throws this, it's a pick. If he throws this, doesn't even make sense. They're basically a sea of Packers right here. Sea of Packers, he's getting attacked under pressure. What does he do? He maintains his cool. Off his back foot. Off his back foot. Yes, his foot's in the air. This foot's planted. So off his back foot. Over the hands of this man, this linebacker, this blitzer, whoever this is. Over him. In a perfect spot. Right into the soft spot of this tight window, and that's an easy touchdown. Receiver doesn't even get contact, really. That is what makes a quarterback great. Yes, you could spin in circles and launch the ball and make crazy plays. You could pinch your nails, do all that, but this decision making right here is what really separates the elite quarterbacks in the league. Bo Nix is going to be special. Mark my words right now. Bo Nix is going to be special, bro. I'm telling you guys right now. His preseason so far, he has gone 23 for 30, 205 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 touchdown nullified via penalty, and 121.5 passer rating. He is looking like a young star. Now, will he be rookie of the year? Honestly, the other day I was like, hell no. But looking back, who knows? If he's rookie of the year, man, oh my god. He is my dark horse pick for rookie of the year. The Broncos are my underdog picks for this year, and I think this year could be special. I don't think this year will 100% be special. It is more likely that it is going to be a year with a little bit of growing pains since it's somewhat of a rebuild. But overall, it's going to be an improvement from last year, 1000%. Now, we talked about Bo Nix. Let's talk about the rest of the team very quickly. Just to touch up on Bo Nix a little bit more, Bo Nix's NFL comparison was Tua Tagovailoa, and his pros included a strong arm, accuracy, and quickness. And as you guys can see from what I showed, he is very smart. He has a nice drive on the ball. He can fit the ball into tight windows. Wide receiver Jerry Jeudy has gone to the Browns, and he did put up 758 yards last season, and his absence may impact the wide receiver depth a little bit, but I don't think it will be too big of an issue. They still have wide receiver Courtland Sutton. He had 772 yards last season alongside 10 touchdowns. Honestly, that's a lot of barbecue chicken. He's a production beast. He's efficient, and he's very talented. They did sign wide receiver Josh Reynolds from the Lions, and if you guys watch him, he is also very talented and has a ton of potential. He put up 600 yards and 5 touchdowns last season. Not the biggest numbers guy, but he will be there when you need him to be, and he's definitely a nice addition to the team. They also drafted another wide receiver from Oregon, Troy Franklin, who already has a ton of chemistry with rookie quarterback Bo Nix. And as you can see, this team is looking out for their quarterback. They're not going to just draft him and give him garbage receivers. They went out, got a quarterback, and now they have wide receivers for him. They did get rid of one of their main guys, but they went out and they added a ton of depth. So overall, wide receiver depth I think is going to be solid for this team. Now, some of Troy Franklin's upsides includes his size and speed. He is right under 6'2" and weighs about 176 pounds. Notable skill you can see this early is he is very explosive when he is being pressed, and he's almost open instantly. I think he can develop into a monster wide receiver, but more specifically, a deep threat. Another wide receiver still in orange is Marvin Mims. He made the Pro Bowl as a punt returner, and honestly, with the new kickoff being implemented, I think he can feast this season, and he could be one of the best returners in the league. This could be like a Devin Hester type of season for him. We have that new NFL kickoff. It's very easy for kickoffs to be returned to the house. And honestly, Marvin Mims is going to put up a lot of highlights. Their offensive line doesn't need work. They gave up 52 sacks last year, which was ranked 27th in the league. Overall, they do have things to clean up, but with new pieces being put into place, this offense has a ton of potential. Now, let's talk about their defense. And this is not all sunshine and rainbows. This is a little bit of a bit of an L. Defense allowed 24.3 points per game, which was ranked 27th in the league. They're also ranked 29th in the league for yards per game and ranked 22nd in the red zone. They had the worst run defense in the league, giving up 5 yards a carry, 137.1 yards per game, which was 30th in the league. So yeah, run defense, garbage. Pass defense, also garbage. Pass defense ranked 30th in terms of passer rating, 27th in completion percentage allowed, and 25th in yards per attempt. The pass rushers also ranked 21st in the league with 42 sacks, and dead center at 16th in the league for quarterback hits. Not to mention, this is a defense that got 70 scored on them by Miami. They also have to adapt with the loss of Justin Simmons, who was a Pro Bowl safety, but he is being replaced by Brandon Jones from the Dolphins, who can do about everything he can. He's honestly a ball hawk and has a ton of potential. Yeah, obviously this is not what you want from your defensive unit. Ugly everywhere. It's not really many bright spots. The defensive line has some hidden talent, however, in Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito, who both had 8 sacks last season, and overall this defensive line is the bright spot of this defense. Linebacker Alex Singleton will have to make his presence felt like last season, since he had 177 tackles, which was 3rd in the league. Now their defense is rough, but honestly there is a ton of room for improvement, which is a good thing if you look at it from that type of lens, I guess. Overall though, I think they're a super talented team, and I think they're going to shock the NFL world this season and catch everybody off guard. Let me know what you guys think of the Broncos going into this NFL season. Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you guys want more content just like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. Other than that, man, my name is Noah, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.